Nation, we have official NW3 Zombies gameplay and full game breakdown by NoahJ456. Shout out to Noah J for this awesome video. Link in the description below. Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just got back from Treyarch where I just played MW3 Zombies
Okay.
early and also received a USB containing the footage you are seeing on screen, the very world's first gameplay.
Okay, so real quickly, we have something right here. The L1, R1, our ultimate ability. We have this wonder weapon right here. And we have money, it looks like, as well. And he has stamina.
MW3 Zombies showing you guys what it is, including this absolutely insane wonder weapon that they have added into this game, alongside the returning ray gun, the Wonder Waff. This is the brand new
All double points, awesome.
though, and it looks like it absolutely smokes zombies. This is Noah from the future. I forgot like 3 really important things to include in this. PhD Flopper is back. Absolutely pog. Tombstone is back. I hate my life. And then also there's a zombie mastery camo grind that you can do for all guns from MW2 and MW3. There's essentially all of it is available in the game. They were like, this is super hard to put in, but it's something we really cared about putting in. So zombie camo grind for all of the guns.
Honestly, if this was not a time experience, I would be so hyped right now. You're literally checking off my list of everything I wanted for this experience. Check, 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 check. Literally.
Anyway, back to you. Anyway, we're going to be talking about everything that they told us about this game mode, including some secret stuff that we asked them and they actually ended up answering, like about the Easter egg quest and everything like that. But
Yeah.
let me just first talk about what is this game? Like, how does it work? What does it play most like? I would say that this game is a Battle Royale map. It is literally on the Battle Royale map for this game.
Okay.
Because eventually there is a
Holy crap. That's a big guy. Mega Abomination, by the way.
zone after 1 hour. The game sessions are 1 hour. After 1 hour, a zone starts spreading and you better get on a helicopter or you just get left behind and you die. There's no extracting out. But I am saying extracting because it is also an extraction-based game. If you do not extract out, you die at the very end. However, that means that if you extract out with stuff, you can take that into your next games. What do I mean by that? You can find a perk can in this game. You can complete an objective, and if you get really lucky, you get a case that has a ray gun in it.
I just hope out the camo looks nice, by the way. I like how it flashes and stuff. Also, we have a gas mask, some shield, and all that. So basically, it's not Cold War Zombies where it basically go to each different maps, different areas. There are basically one gigantic big map which you can explore for basically an hour if you want to, if you will.
And that just goes in your inventory, and you can choose to pop that case and get the ray gun instantly, or you can try to extract out on the helicopter with it and essentially load into your next game with that, use up that consumable, and load up into the next game. I say that because it's an extraction game as well. This game is most like, Outbreak gameplay with an extraction spin on it. Essentially, if you like DMZ and you don't like fighting against other players, you are going to love this mode because it is all against AI. There are 24 other like real-life humans sitting gaming in their chairs. 24 humans in every single match, but none of them can shoot you. None of them can hurt you. You are playing against the environment. You are just playing against the zombies.
PV. Ooh, okay.
Just playing against the AI humans that are
That's cool.
And essentially, here's the game mode. Here's how it works. You load in.
I like this.
Everybody loads in all around the map in the basically tier 1 zone. This is the super easy zone. Everyone is going to be able to survive. You would really have to be absolutely terrible at zombies to die in the tier 1 zone. And essentially, you all spawn in there, and everybody just individually starts looting up and like getting objectives completed.
That's a dope camo, by the way.
Buying some perks, maybe pack-a-punching ones. And
I can't tell what square that is. I think it's a VTOL jet. I'm not sure what this is. Yes, ultimate here. You can't tell what this is either. Some type of object you can throw and some type of object you can throw. And then 2 things for his gun, I'm assuming. Deadshot Daiquiri, PhD Flopper, it looks like. And this is this PhD Flopper or is this something else? I can't remember what the name of that one is.
Perks, maybe pack-a-punching ones. And essentially, once you're all set up in the first zone, whether that be 10 minutes, whether it take 20 minutes, you want to basically speed run the first zone, get ready and go into the second zone where the zombies are going to be higher level. This is like round 15, round 20 zombie is equivalent in terms of how much health they have and how set up you want to be. Once you get in this zone, rewards are better, more points, everything is better in this zone, but the zombies are also more dangerous. You're also going to start running into some mini bosses like the Mangler, stuff like that are just going to pose more of a threat.
Mangler is what I was
really stick with your team because this game mode is, I would say, a very social game mode. You want to load in with friends, and if you load in by yourself, you really want to just kind of like join up with a random team and try to request to join their squad, which you can do. You can get up to 6-player squads.
Well, it's cool, by
But
the
if
way.
you're going into
Black
the,
hole thing.
high tier zones, there is almost no way that you are going to survive by yourself. This is a very social game, and I think a lot of people will actually have a lot of fun with that. But it is not for solo players, is what I found.
Mm.
Solo play is not it's not balanced
What is that he just did?
for it. Essentially, it's balanced for playing around every one of your teammates. And it can be very, very fun. Like we had an absolutely massive squad, all of us driving cars and just running over like hordes of zombies. It was really, really fun. And then when you go into the tier 3 zone, which is obviously the most dangerous zone, that's when it starts getting real. That's when you start seeing the absolute elites. You start seeing the mega abominations that have an absurd amount of health. You really want to be set up for these zones, but obviously you get the highest tier loot and everything like that. Now, you're going to be able to pick up plates. Plates are in this game. That is the armor system. Essentially, you can get jug, but you also can get plates. Like the plates are really going to be what protects you from everything. You're going to plate up if you get hit too many times. You're really not going to want to take too much damage in the later zones because the zombies clap you, and if you have no plates, you die in like a couple hits. It's really, really punishing if you don't.
I can see myself playing this 3 times. I don't see myself playing this more than 3 times. I just don't. Because if it's the same thing each and every round, the same type of zombie, the same type of threat, the same type of everything, then how is it going to be easy for people to replay this mode? I'm just, you know, like there's no like because like at least with round based maps, you can always grind to a specific high round, 50, 100, 120, You can do that for a long period of time. And also again, this is a timed experience. So you don't get to a second or third part of the map, or third area, if you will. Sorry, you know. I'll be honest. I don't see myself playing this, like I said, more than 3 times, unless I have a good group of friends. Even then, it's like we want to redo the same thing we just did an hour ago, like literally an hour ago, the same exact thing. No real RNG to it. That makes sense. We get the same area. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be random in the area you go to, but like okay, like, tier one, get stuff. Tier two, same type of enemies. Tier three, the big bosses. Exfil, rinse repeat, rinse repeat. So me personally, you have everything right. It's just the limited experience is all I care about. If there was no time limit on this mode whatsoever, I could see myself playing this a lot. I could. I genuinely could, especially if we could just stay in this certain area, play for a good couple hours. It'd be fun, honestly. That's just my two cents. Let me know if you agree or disagree, and why.
Don't have plates. Plates are very, very important for this game mode. The humans, the zombies, they all will fight each other. Essentially, if you lead a horde of zombies into the humans, they all immediately start brawling. Now, these humans are rolling around on the map like you see on screen right here. They're going to roll around. They're going to stop if you start shooting at them. You can go to different fortresses. You can literally, it's pinpointed on the map where the human strongholds are. You can assault those. You can completely avoid them. It's basically like if you don't want to interact and engage with the humans, you really don't have to. They are going to kind of do their own thing and chill unless you engage them. If you get close to them, they're going to attack. They are hostile, but it is possible to just completely avoid them and just drive past them, everything like that.
Yeah.
That is one thing I will say. Driving around is super, super fun because it is by far the best way to kill the zombies. Also, you're going to see here them like throwing some monkey bombs into the other human AIs and getting the zombie hordes to go over there and attack them and just create a distraction while they're all just chilling on the
Looks
roof.
solid,
It's
honestly.
pretty entertaining. It's pretty funny. But the humans are going to have their own rewards. The zombies are going to have their own rewards. You can basically play it how you want to. All of the stuff you're doing in this map is basically around getting stronger. You want to do contracts, which are things like, go here and assassinate this like mini boss. Go over here and like activate these ether miners, whatever the objective may be. They're all going to just give you like a random reward as well as a bunch of points that you can use to spend on pack a punch and everything like that. Guns. Let's talk guns.
I'll be honest with y'all, okay, and I've already touched on the time experience. If this was, I want to say round base, but I don't see how you can make a round base. I mean, maybe like from like 1 to 10, and then 15 to say 50, whatever, and like you'd be rewarded by the areas. If this is round based in some type of way, where you can get a round based map with the same thing, I would be so much happier. I just round based to me has always been the thing I love the most. It just has been. I'm not gonna let round base go. I can't. I'm sorry. I dig what I'm seeing on screen. I'm not gonna complain about it at all. The time limit is the only thing. It's like here's the thing. when I get into a match, I'm going to like everything I'm seeing. I can guarantee that right now. But I'm going to be constantly asking the question of how much longer do we have before the fun ends? You know? And it's gonna be kind of I feel like some people are also going to rush through everything, not really appreciate everything because they want to get as much content out of it as possible, which I understand that. You know, like I would hop in a match, breeze through tier one, breeze through tier two, and breeze through three, make a 10-minute video, done, you know? But not really appreciate the experience, if that makes sense. Not enjoy it.
Weapon rarities. Weapon rarities are back. There is obviously you start with like your gray one that you can see on the
Yeah.
screen. Then you can go to green. You can go to
Ooh.
blue. You can go to purple, and then you can go to gold. And then you have your like hyper rares, which are your wonder weapons and stuff. Like
Yeah.
that. Gold tier, even above everything else.
This looks
So
solid. I like this.
obviously those are the best, but you have to get lucky. Mystery boxes on the map. Perk machines are on the map. Wonder fizz is on the map. Essentially, everything that you would expect in a round-based zombie mode is on the map in some capacity. You can upgrade your armor slots by actually just picking up armors. Like, there will be armor, like, you know, slot holders. You can pick those up and upgrade your armor slot holder, and there's new drops like full armor right there, which is actually going to fully restore.
This looks so much fun. This looks like a joy. Like I would legit hop on right now if I could and play this. I would literally get 3 people, 4 or 5 people, how whatever many people would be, hop in a match, and I can guarantee you would have a blast together, okay?
For your armor. Essentially, all the normal power-ups, the pickups, the point system, everything like that is kind of what you would expect if you played Outbreak. All this stuff works locally. Like, obviously, if you get an insta-kill, it's not going to affect everyone on the map. But all the people you're, like, immediately around will get that insta-kill as well.
Okay, that's
So,
nice.
all of that stuff is to say, again, this is not a solo-style mode. You're going to want to roll with friends and play against all of the enemies on the map. As you can see, these people are in the farthest out zone initiating an exfil. You can exfil from any area. Basically, they want to make it like really accessible to any, you know, play style.
What's the pro stuff, I wonder?
If you have really bad friends, you can just stay in the first zone. Or if you want to go over
Okay.
and explore and try to find some Easter eggs.
Oh, it's
okay.
it's a mission.
You can do that as well. Let's talk
Mini
about
environment.
the Easter eggs. So essentially what they said is all around the map are going to be a ton of Easter eggs. There's going to be a lot of stuff to find.
Okay, I like that.
To do a lot of like, you know, if you know type things. However, there is going to be no main Easter egg at all upon launch. Like the first map, what you're watching here, there's going to be no main Easter egg. But instead of a main Easter egg, they essentially are going to have very like guided missions that I would say that are going to tell you the story. Like you go into the mission, it tells you what to do, and essentially at the end of that, you're going to get cutscenes and stuff like that.
This would be such a great boss fight sequence right here. It really would be. I like the way this looks, this area. It's different from everything else. I like it a lot.
3 acts from what it sounded like. If you complete all the acts, you've essentially seen the whole story. On top of that, though, and kind of like some good bright news is that they are, you know, teasing, and we didn't see any of it. There's no gameplay of it yet, but we saw in the very first trailer there is actually a huge world boss, and they basically alluded to like these world bosses. You better bring everyone in the server, like go around, collect everyone in your cars, and go take on these world bosses because they are going to be incredibly difficult. Which good. I want there to be like a really hard like big challenge, but it is basically going to be like the in-game type stuff. They talked about in-game and they said there is in-game stuff to get. Now let's talk about that. What does in-game actually look like? So there are going to be very rare like schematics and blueprints that you can actually find that are not one-time use. Once you get them and you extract out with them and then you craft them, essentially you can have a ray gun spawning into your match.
So hard.
And once you do it once, it doesn't go away. It just goes on a cooldown. So the ray gun, they said 48 hours for the ray gun. Obviously that might change before launch, but initially they said 48 hours would be the cooldown for the ray gun. And then you can get stuff, and you like can craft much easier stuff, like much easier to get, but also easier to craft, and lower cooldown is just like increase your weapon rarity by 1. Whatever your rarity is, you just spawn in with that in your inventory. You can craft that once every like 2 hours. This was the example they gave. Storyline. Where is this story actually set? It is set in the Modern Warfare universe. We're gonna see like the soaps of Modern Warfare. We're gonna see all the Cold War characters and stuff like that come back. It's kind of like a conjoining of the zombies world with the Modern Warfare world.
That's something interesting I like.
Stuff is explained as you kind of like play through and everything like that. And where it takes place is actually in between. It's not in the Modern Warfare 3 campaign's timeline. It's actually in between Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2. So take from that what you will. I have absolutely no clue how it's going to fit in between those two games, but there it is. So now I've given you guys all of the facts, basically just giving you the exact info that I was given, that I asked about, that we got from the actual play session, and obviously everything that's been in that gameplay. So all that's left to talk about are my actual.
What is electrocuting the zombies? I just noticed that too, by the way.
It's gonna fit in between those two games, but there.
Oh, so that you just used. Oh, it's his ultimate. Wait, his ultimate looks like a frost though.
What you will. I have absolutely no clue how
Well, this is someone else's ultimate.
it's gonna fit in between those two games.
I don't know. Maybe it was. Yeah, it's his ultimate though, but I don't know what it is.
But there it is. So now I've given you guys all of the facts, basically just giving you the exact info that I was given, that
Okay,
I asked
Disciple
about, that
eliminated.
I got from the actual play session, and obviously everything that's been in that gameplay. So all that's left to talk.
I will say this too. I like it how it is easy to see and notice everything. Everything is basically kind of highlighted with a symbol next to it to show you it's an enemy type and to show you what kind of enemy type it is. That's also what I really like as well. I would say that I definitely would like to. I'm also gonna be doing the missions, something to actually basically an objective to do while I'm playing. Because I just see that as not only a time waster, but a benefit. Because I feel like if you can just basically stack up all your money, carry it over, buy more stuff, rinse and repeat. That'd be kind of a nice thing to do, honestly, you know. But this looks so much fun. It really does. You get a party full of people. I would probably say if I had to guess, and I just purely guessing this, I would say that maybe season one of obviously Modern Warfare Zombies. Probably season one they'll introduce the boss. They'll tease it up, give us 3 part missions to do. Takes us a good chunk to do, of course. Again, I'm not going to be fully negative about certain things like I've already talked about. I'm gonna give this a full chance. You know, hopefully everything is fun. It works out perfectly. It's an overall good experience for all of us as always fans. You know.
Talk about are my actual thoughts. And honestly, I think that this game is going to sit really, really well and actually be really fun for fans of DMZ and maybe Outbreak, who maybe don't want really the PvP aspect of Warzone, but like the big map, driving around with.
I just realized there's a
good
black
time,
hole
just
grenade you
having
can
something to
get.
shoot at, an objective to accomplish. If you start getting really good, you're like, oh, you want to try a level 3 run? Like, let's go into the 3rd zone this time. Let's try to kill a mega abomination. Which, by the way, the mega abominations have a brand new attack where, since they're so big they can't fit in buildings, they start sending in like a smoke screen that just smokes you out. They're little explosive crawlers that they send into a building to get you out if you're hiding in there trying to kill the mega. Anyway, sounded really, really cool. But basically, I am saying that this game is going to be really, really good and really, really fun in a group. And if you like the kind of Outbreak, you know, Warzone-y style gameplay, again, if you're just fighting against bots. I think that people who prefer the round-based experience and who like solo, like personally for me, I enjoy solo the most. That's the game mode that really like, I love having full control of my zombies game.
I agree.
Try to run around in my game a little bit solo, and it is straight up not a game that's built around solo. You are obviously meant to be playing this as a squad, and it balances the game around you know, having up to like 20 people running around. Again, really, really fun for friends and having like really random moments where, you know, you find a squad of 6 and your squad of 6.
It's actually super useful. You can use a portal. I think it was like a bomb portal, whatever. Throw it down, use it, and basically you're a big like basically a horde of zombies are on you. You're losing health and stuff. You don't have enough to fight back. Use that to get away, go somewhere else, armor back up, and then go back and take care of your squad. So that's pretty dope, honestly.
Just ends up rolling
Basically,
around together.
resurgence.
Stuff like that can be really fun, but I just don't think it's very conducive to solo just because the zombies are not balanced for solo in the slightest. Now, what they do post-launch, they said they are looking at, you know, in-game stuff post-launch. They said they're looking at a lot of stuff post-launch, so whatever, take from that what you will. They said essentially, like, we're working on a lot of potential things for post-launch.
I hope that's true.
Easter eggs, in terms of gameplay, the way that this is played, like variations to this, including all new stuff. They basically left it very open-ended, but we're obviously leaving it open-ended because I can't say anything. There's a lot more coming to this game. It sounds like that is not just this mode, or is not just like an Easter eggless, like, you know, zombie campaign that you do and then you beat, kind of like a normal campaign that's just in this map. Essentially, they are going to be working on a lot of stuff, and I think if you're like me, if you're wanting a solo experience, I don't think it's too late to write that out. But for launch, I think I will be personally trying to play this with friends. I think it's going to be played way, way better that way, and that's not always a bad thing. It's not exactly what I wanted. I'm still optimistic in terms of like having some good times on this. Will it be a daily play? I don't know yet. I'll wait to see. I only played it for an hour, and obviously I wanted to play it more after that hour, so I took that as a good sign. But you know me, I always like to be super, super optimistic, and then, you know, not be mad if my optimism isn't met. So
If this has a round-based map in it, at some point they do announce a round base of any kind, new map, the current map they have here, or maybe a smaller area of this map, I would be fully happy with this. I would be fully happy with this, and I'd probably even say, I mean, it's easily, I mean, this is already to me, like I've already said, this is better than Vanguard 1000 gazillion percent. These people are doing things differently. It's not always a bad thing as long as it's done right. You know, and I understand that. I understand the want to not always do round base, to change things up, introduce new things, and more importantly, bring people who don't play zombies into the zombie experience and make it easier for them to enjoy it. You know, I'm just like Noah too. By the way, I'm gonna be fully honest with y'all. I prefer a solo experience. I prefer to just hop on stream, get to a map, go a couple rounds, enjoy myself, and just talk to y'all. You know, I feel like a lot of people enjoy that experience. Well, I feel like they like to watch a streamer and have a stream where they play the map and talk to the chat the whole time. And I feel when they're basically playing with other people, it's not a good experience. But that's just me personally. Like I'd rather watch Noah J by himself than basically play with his friends for a couple of occasions. You know, that's just me. You know, like I enjoy the one-on-one chats, seeing him give his thoughts on the map, talk to chat at the same time, and have that one-on-one experience versus people come in, he's not talking to chat as much, if that makes sense, you know? So that's just me. But again, I'll have full hope. I want the best for this mode possible. I hope that they do more and they give this mode much attention as possible, as much love as possible, much support. That's as much support. I hope they give this mode as much love and support as possible. I hope that they, you know, give as much updates, life updates, and treat it as like a baby if they will, you know. Love and cherish it. Give us many great updates and all that, quality of life updates, if you will, you know. So that's just how I feel about it.
anyway, that's basically where we're at with this game. That is the end of the footage that I was given. So essentially, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Do you enjoy this? Basically, all of the classic stuff is back. It's just a way, way different experience. I would really call this like Cold War 2.0.
Yeah,
If they put,
I
or
agree.
sorry, not Cold War. Like it is Cold War, but more so Outbreak 2.0 if they threw DMZ stuff in it. That's essentially what it feels like, and I think that if you enjoyed either of those things, you are going to have a lot of fun with this mode and
I never
play
played
with a lot of
DMC.
friends. So, anyway, that wraps up our gameplay footage. That brings us to the end. Let me know your thoughts on everything down below, and let us know, you know, what you're gonna be doing on day one. Multiplayer.
Or zombies.
Campaign, Warzone. It's a big game, a lot to do. So let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like in this video if you found it informative. Make sure you subscribe. I'll obviously be covering a whole lot of multiplayer over the next week or so, and then obviously Warzone, and then I'm gonna obviously be covering zombies as well. So that's my baby. Zombies is my baby. I'm always gonna be visiting there first, but luckily we have
Same here, brother. Same here.
over, and I'm gonna be 1v1ing kids on Rust. It's gonna be great. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Adios. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.
Love it, love it, love it. Now I want to quickly see if I can find the mastery camos for zombies. The Gas Nation, I was able to find the mastery camo for zombies. I'm sure I will later on if I am able to. I'll post at the end of this video, of course. But as always, I'll be doing multiplayer and Warzone coverage as well. So subscribe for that. Thank you for watching as always. Peace, I gotta stay friendly. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.